Hello there. How are you doing today? I hope you're having an amazing day. Thank you so much for being here at Fab Trends by Mia. We appreciate your presence. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Yes, smash that button as well. Turn on notifications so that every time there's a new video, you know about it. So today's video, yes, as you can see from the title, giving it all away, yes, today we are talking about amber-based fragrances. Let's get into this. Right, amber fragrances. So I've got a few ambers in my collection, and this is not a comprehensive list of amber fragrances. There are so many amber fragrances out there, and I've got fragrances as well which have the note amber in them. They are not on the list simply because I kind of went for fragrances that the amber is a bit more prominent, at least to my nose, where there is more amber than the others, because in some fragrances amber is there, but it's more like just a supporting to enhance the fragrance. So for that reason, this is what we've got. So let's start off. I've got an honorable mention. So we've got this fragrance, a very popular fragrance. I've spoken so much about this fragrance. It makes some of my lists, and here we are. Yes, Baccarat Rouge 540, and this is the Extrait de Parfum. So this one, it's got that amber, sweet ambery note there. It's got ambergris in it, and it's on this list because yes, it is an ambery fragrance, but the amber is more kind of stamped upon by that sweetness to the fragrance. So I wouldn't say this is the first fragrance I would look to if I was looking for an amber fragrance. So but it deserves to be mentioned because this fragrance is actually stunning. It's gorgeous. It's one of the longest lasting fragrances in my collection. If you love sweet fragrances, this, yes, it would be something to check out. It's popular for a reason, and now we're getting a lot of francas as well. So Baccarat Rouge from Maison Francis Cajan. So Baccarat Rouge 540 with a mention. Right, moving along on the list, we've got, and again, this fragrance. Yes, Desert Rosewood. This is from Godfield and Banks, Australia. Another lovely fragrance. This fragrance, oh my gosh, I do love this fragrance. Can you say it's not been in my collection for that long, and look, we've worn that much out of it already. I don't know, can you see that? I mean, for me to wear a fragrance this much, that means this is something I'm enjoying, because I have a lot of fragrances and half the time I'm not even this is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. So Desert Rosewood, I've done a full review of this fragrance, so I'm not gonna give like a massive comprehensive review of each of these because a lot of these I've already spoken many times about them. And yes, Desert Rosewood, it's got a lovely ambery note to it. The amber in this fragrance is not mentioned, but honestly, and I've said this before, it's a lovely earthy amber. I love this, and this is definitely a fragrance to check out, and it does project moderately so, and it performs quite nicely on my skin. And I've got a sentimental attachment to this fragrance because for those who follow me, you will know I've said this before. It reminds me of my younger days, like when I've been to Africa, in Africa, and just takes me back. And that lovely earthiness, there's some patchouli in it. It's just a gorgeous fragrance. Yes, it's a lovely, gorgeous fragrance. It does have some patchouli. There's also some benzoin. It's a gorgeous fragrance. There's obviously the rosewood as well. And it's got a bit of a citrus kind of sharpness at the top, like ever so slightly, not so much, but it does have that mandarin at the top. It's just gorgeous, blended beautifully, something definitely worth to check out. And for this time of the year, Desert Rosewood, absolutely a perfect fragrance. I would urge you to look at that juice, you guys. Where are we? There, look at that juice, gorgeous. Right, so at number 10, yes, we have this fragrance. This is a gorgeous fragrance. I love this fragrance. I've said this fragrance. I've done a full review, so I urge you to check that out if you are not very familiar with it. And it's a discontinued fragrance now, so I absolutely treasure this one. And I said this about fragrances that I so treasure in my collection. I mean, it's just a Mugler, but it's a Alien Essence Absolute. Look at the color of that juice. Isn't that gorgeous? I absolutely love this fragrance, and it's got a lovely vanilla and woods in this, and you've got the amber obviously, and oh my gosh, this is one of just fragrances that I just enjoy. There's some good feel good about it. This is gorgeous. This is woody, vanilla, amber. You've got some jasmine, there's orris root in there, there's some cashmere, obviously the vanilla. It's just a lovely fragrance. You've got some myrrh and incense as well in the base. There's some incense in this. It's just beautifully blended, and how those flowers and as well how the oriental notes and the vanillas work together, it's just amazingly beautiful. The jasmines, I absolutely enjoy this. I don't want, can you tell, I do not want to spray it because I don't want to spray it because this is quite highly valued now because it's discontinued. Where I got it, they don't have it anymore, so I'm quite using it just sparingly, kind of, where I don't want to waste it just for the video, you know, splash pad. Yes, so this is Alien Essence Absolute from Mugler. Yes, a gorgeous woody amber vanilla. Right, moving along, number 8. At number 8 is this beauty. Yes, I've said this before. This is one of the fragrances I feel is underrated from the house of Byron Perfumes, because I know a lot of people always talk about Mula Chronic, and we are talking about Black Dragon, but people don't talk. I feel like people don't talk enough about Pirates. Oh my gosh, these Pirates, to me, it's a gorgeous floral ambery. It's just a lovely fragrance. Oh my gosh, I don't know, people really need to check this out. I know everyone talks about Mula, but you guys, seriously, you ought to check out Pirates by Byron Fragrances. This is an absolute stunner of a fragrance. So in the notes we do get some floral notes, and at the top we have some fruits. So we've got some pear, there's some bergamot. In the mid we do get flowers, there's tuberose, there's ylang ylang, and we get some jasmine. And at the base there's some patchouli, we've got some white musk, and there's as well amber, obviously, since we are talking about amber. But it's a lovely composition. It does project the sillage performance. I'm talking things about 12 hours plus. I'm not even kidding. Try it for yourself. Like I've always said, don't take my word for it, try it for yourself. So Pirates from, and obviously this is Extrait de Parfum, so we expect amazing performance, and like with most of the Byron fragrances, it absolutely performs gorgeous fragrance. Pirates from Byron Parfums. So one of my favorite indie brands. Right, moving along, we come to number 7. At number 7, this is another fragrance that I treasure so much in my collection, and I wish I had a bigger bottle. Yes, I wear this sparingly, and you know what, I'm always trying if I can get a sample and I can wear that and kind of keep my bottle intact. I know, weird, right? Why would you want samples of a fragrance you already have? I know. Anyway. Yes. This is from the house of Fragrance du Bois. Yes, Fragrance du Bois' Rosewood. This is another gorgeous, oh my gosh, if you love rosewood fragrance, this is one of those. And yes, it's got amber in it, and it's got saffron as well. It's such a luxurious fragrance, you know, for those princess moments. Yes, please. It's very luxurious, it's very refined, well blended. It's a gorgeous fragrance, and I'm not just saying it. Like I've always said, sample for yourself. Not because me, I said, sample for yourself, make up your mind. Let me know if you've tried this or what fragrances are on this list that you do enjoy as well. So in this one, again, we've got some grapefruit at the top. There is some rose absolute. You've got geranium. There is some flowers there, some jasmine. You do have patchouli, and as well there is some black pepper. the sandalwood, saffron, vanilla, amber, and it's got obviously pure oud in this. This is 100% oud. It's so refined, it's very luxurious. This is made. This is so stunning. It's such a stunning composition, and I've spoken enough about this. I've done a full review as well. I'll link all the details of the fragrances that I've spoken about in the description, so always check out the description box. There's always some information there. You know, I do list the fragrances, and if you guys wanted to, or you have anything else you would like me to add, such as notes on the fragrance, I'll be more than happy to do that. Or if you wanted to ask that in the comments, please feel free. And yes, so Sarah Oud from Fragrance Dubai, a gorgeous fragrance, and I have a few fragrances from this house on my wish list for this year, so stay tuned. Right, moving along, we come to number 6, and at number 6 we have a sample. Is that allowed? It should be allowed. Do you know what? This is a fragrance. So I've got this sample here. As you can see, I've still got quite a bit left. So this is from Bedor. So Bedor, and this is Amanda Bedor. She's a perfumer. She makes them herself, and these are natural fragrances, and this fragrance has got a very lovely natural smell to it. So this is a stunning amber fragrance, as you can tell from the juice, and I think I've said this before. So she sent me samples. I sampled the fragrance. I didn't get a chance to talk about the sample finished, and then I was like, oh my gosh, I want to talk about this fragrance, and she sent me another sample. Believe it or not, I was wearing the fragrance. I think even my husband probably tried the sample. Before I knew it, I had this little sample left at the bottom, and I think I remember saying this or showing you on the live, and I was like, I can't do the review now. I mean, it would be ridiculous for me to come here with an empty can and telling you about a fragrance. I don't know, would you believe me? Anyway, and then one of my other friends off Instagram has been kind enough to send me some samples. So I got another sample, and oh my gosh, I'm like, this time, third time lucky, I'm gonna talk about this fragrance without finishing it. Hibu is a rich, opulent, and very exotic fragrance, and it's a vivid orange amber, opening with a best of citrus, and Hibu gives you a center stage to the amber with a honeyed resonance, vanilla, and labdanum dry down. Oh my gosh, this fragrance, I'm not kidding, and those of you who've watched the live when I've spoken about this, I have said this. Look at that. It's very natural smelling, and as well it's very dense, it's very resonance, it's very rich, it's quite rich. It's really, I should spray, I will spray just a little bit for the sake of refreshing the nose, but it's gorgeous. That honey, that vanilla, it's lovely. It's a kind of fragrance, and I think when I tried our collection, this was, I think, the one I tried first, and I think I was drawn to it because of the color of the juice. Because I don't know about you, but there are some fragrances, I look at the color of the juice, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm intrigued, I want to smell it. How does it smell? And you can tell, like, this would be a potent fragrance. It is a potent fragrance, very potent, very rich, very dense, but gorgeously so, and it does project and performs. I think the last time I wore it, I had about 7 hours or so. Hibu from Bedor, check it out. Right, at number 5 is my absolute favorite fragrance from the house of Chanel. Yes, Coromandel. This is a gorgeous amber fragrance, and you do get some white chocolate. It's so refined. This is classy, it's so elegant, it's so beautiful. Coromandel, oh my gosh, and it is unisex as well. So a lot of these, to be fair, this list is very much unisex. I would say these are fragrances men and women alike are gonna enjoy. Anyway, Coromandel, OMG, Coromandel is a stunner. In Coromandel, you do have a lovely opening with some citrus, there's some neroli, and as well you do have some jasmine, there's some rose, you do have patchouli, there's orris root in this as well, there's musk, there's benzoin, and there's some woody notes, and you do have obviously the amber, there's olibanum and some musks, and there's white chocolate. Oh my gosh, how this mixed, it's just stunning refinement. It's gorgeous, it projects lovely sillage as well. It's just a lovely gorgeous fragrance to check out, and it's on the list at number 5 because there are more stronger ambery fragrances in my collection than Coromandel. So for that reason, it's at number 5. If it was anything else about the love for the fragrance, it would be further down on the list. So yes, Chanel's Coromandel. Right, moving on, we come to number 4. And at number 4, yes, this fragrance, Majestic Amber. Oh my gosh, this is from Alexandra J, and this is from their 1920 Art Deco collection. Honestly, oh, this is so good, so good. This is lovely sweet. It's actually a lovely sweet Oriental floral, and this one is even though it's unisex, it leans more feminine, I would say, and this has top notes of some fruit, so you do get some grapefruit, you do get some peach, there's some tonka, there's davana, there's as well some rose, you get vanilla, the ambroxan, and as well there's some toffee in there. But to be honest, the toffee doesn't come to life in a way that I expected it to be. It doesn't, but it's a lovely gorgeous fragrance, and there's patchouli there in the base supporting. It's just a lovely sweet, lovely ambery sweet, I think from that ambroxan. It's just, it's beautifully blended, and it's a gorgeous composition, and I do enjoy this fragrance. I absolutely love this Majestic Amber, and I was talking about this in my previous video that I did with the fragrances in the golden bottles. Yes, the golden bottles, one of my stunning gorgeous bottles, richly art deco. It's so gorgeous, isn't it? Look at that detail. So yeah, Alexandra J's Majestic Amber, the Majestic Amber, a lovely sweet floral take to the amber. Floral, fruity. I would say this is a fruity floral ambery fragrance, but it's gorgeous. It's a lovely fragrance, and I don't know, I feel like I'm now talking so much about it constantly, but anyway, for a good reason, and yes, getting our money's worth. Right, moving on, we come to number 3. At number 3, oh my gosh, number 3 is Amazing Amber. Ambermazing. I mean, it's in the name. This is Amber. Oh yeah, absolutely. Amber, absolutely, from Fortan Manley. Oh my gosh, this fragrance, this is gorgeous. This is a gorgeous fruity amber. This is gorgeous. You've got some plum in there. This is a gorgeous fruity amber. It's quite dense, but without being thick, if that makes sense. It's dense but without being thick. It's beautifully blended in the way that with so much going on, it doesn't get too much, if that makes sense. It doesn't get too much. You do have some plum in there. There's some black currant. You know, like, imagine freshly pressed black currants and just that juice, like yummy sweetness. That's what you get, like, from that plum and that black currant. And as well, you do have some rose, and there's some musk, there's benzoin as well. You do get obviously the amber, there's some cedar, vetiver and labdanum, but it is beautifully, oh, this is so good. I remember the first time I smelled this when my brother sent me a sample of this. I was like, wow, it just smells so luxurious, so refined. And this is one of those beautifully blended fragrances that you enjoy the artistry in the fragrance. It does evolve as well, but a fragrance I quite enjoy and I'm so lucky to have. AMBERMAZING is truly amazing. It projects, and lovely sillage as well, and it does everything you want from a fragrance. Like, this is one of those fragrances I highly treasure. Right, moving on, we come to number 2. At number 2 is a fragrance, oh my gosh, this fragrance is so stunning. I need a bigger bottle of this, and I hope when Harrods is open at some point in this life, we hope, I will pick it up. What am I talking about? And this is one of the very few fragrances that are a designer fragrance on this list. This is from the house of Burberry. Yes, Burberry, we know them for fashion. They do fragrances, a lot of fragrances they have actually now. And this is from their bespoke line. I've spoken about this, and this is Amber Heath. Yes, Amber Heath. Oh my gosh, can you see that? That is dangerous. Like, we've won that much out of it. It's not fair, because you know what? I think because sometimes can't help themselves. I haven't had this for so long. I haven't had it for long. This is only towards the end of the year I got this, but isn't it cute, the mini? That's how much we've won out of it. But oh my gosh, this is a dab, and I'll tell you one thing. I don't dab too much of this because a little goes a long way. This is so gorgeous. This is very ambery fragrance. This is very much an amber fragrance. Like, literally, you just put it on and you can smell it. It's so gorgeous, very refined, very luxurious smelling. Smells quite expensive as well, if I be honest. Smells quite expensive. I mean, the first time I smelled it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is stunning. This is stunning, and it really draws you in. Like, this fragrance will actually draw you in. Like, it's one of those, if you smell it on someone, you just want to follow them. Like, he smells so nice, he smells so nice. Not that I follow people in their smelling nice. I mean, other than my husband, obviously, but yes. Yes, this is absolutely stunning, and this is again by the nose Maison Francis Cajan. So yes, this is got his touch, and oh my gosh, he's worked the magic on this, and I've heard other people compare it to one of his fragrances. I don't know about that because I don't have that fragrance. I won't get into that, but this is Amber Heath from Burberry, and this is 10% concentration. And oh my gosh, in this it's got amber, it's got vanilla, you do have some patchouli, there's some ambergris, there's benzoin, labdanum, there's some tolu balsam, and you've got peru balsam as well. There's some tonka bean. It's just a lovely, warm, luxurious. I do pick up, and I said this when I did review of this fragrance, I pick up some sandalwood in this. It's not mentioned on the notes, it's not listed, but there's a sandalwood in there as well, at least to my nose, and you guys know I love sandalwood, so smell sandalwood is like, I have a nose for sandalwood. Sandalwood and vanillas, yes please, but a gorgeous fragrance. And in this, finally we come to the end of the list. So finally at number 1, yes, at number 1 is this fragrance I've fallen nose over heels with. Yes, like reaching nose over heels. This fragrance is so stunning, it's gorgeous, well crafted. This is a masterpiece in my collection, and I'm so glad that I started off in the house with this one, and I'm looking forward to pick up a few more from the house. So what are we talking about? You guys, you should know. Yes, none other than Tango. Yes, this is Tango from MASQUE Milano, and OMG, Tango. Tango, let's tango, let's tango. What a gorgeous fragrance. Look at the color of the juice. Like I said, these amber fragrances, you look at it, you could tell that it's gonna be an amber fragrance. It's just gorgeous. So in the notes, you've got at the top, there's some bergamot, there's some black pepper, there's some cardamom, and as well in the mid you do get some sambac jasmine absolute, there's some damascena rose oil, you get some cumin, there's patchouli as well. In the base there's some vanilla bean, there's some tonka bean, there's melon absolute, you get an amber accord, a leather accord, and benzoin, and some masks. And this is just a lovely, gorgeous, warm, sensual. It's everything I want in a fragrance. It projects, it lasts, what's not to like? It's absolutely stunning. And you guys watching, have you tried this? And if you haven't, this is not new on the market. I'm just a bit late to the party, but it's never too late. You know what I mean? It's never too late. We can always sample a fragrance 10 years later and still love it. I mean, I have even older fragrances in my collection, and I don't know about you, somehow I feel like I'm kind of very interested now to go back to older fragrances. I don't know if it's for the purpose of comparing or whatever, but I'm like, I want to try all the fragrances, you know, like try the vintage fragrances. That's stunning. So gorgeous. Yes. Tango from MASQUE Milano at #1. Yes, that is our #1 amber fragrance in our collection. So what did you like on the list? Did anything jump out at you? What do we share in common? Or what other amber fragrances would you recommend I check out? Let me know in the comments down below. And as well, as always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that every time I post a video, you know about it. Thank you so much for watching. I shall see you very soon. Bye. Take care. Bye.